Okay, so we're here in the blood typing game, and this game has two parts. It has this first part where you're to determine the blood type of your patient, and when you do that, what we can see here is inside the patient's blood, we are going to have red blood cells that have antigens on them. And the three antigens that we're looking for are antigen A, antigen B, and antigen Rh. And in order to determine what antigens the person has, we put that blood into these test tubes with antibodies. Okay, so if you click on any of those test tubes, this is what pops out. So here are the blood cells that we put into the test tube. And then in the test tube, we see that there's antibodies and none of them have found any antigens. If we flop over here to the B, again, we see these red blood cells. There are no antigens on them. And then the antibodies, right? So no antigens were located. All of the antibodies remain unpaired. So that means that we have 0 antigens, and then we're absent here for the Rh factor. So that person's blood was O negative. Now that we know what their blood type is, we can give them a transfusion. In transfusions, you want to ask the following question. Will the antibodies in the recipient attack the antigens from the donor? So remember, our patient's blood type was O negative, and so because they have no antigens, they have all kinds of antibodies. So they have an anti-A antibody inside of them, and she has an anti-B antibody and an anti-Rh antibody. And so if we give her any donated blood that has A antigens, B antigens, or Rh antigens, we are going to have a problem. So we're only going to pick the blood type that is the same as hers, and we will be successful. Okay. So let's grab another patient. Hopefully she has some antigens that we can find. So again, we draw her blood. We distribute it. And now when we peek at her blood under the microscope, we see that the blood cells, they have an antigen on them, right? And this is identified the antigen as an Rh antigen. Because it's an Rh antigen, it didn't stick with the B antibody or the A. But when we come over to this Rh test tube, hey, look at what happened. The antibody, the Rh antibody that was in this test tube, linked up with the Rh antigen that was on the red blood cell, and that's when we see agglutination, or this clumping of all of these cells being pulled together and held together by these antibodies. Okay? So this person is going to be O positive. And now for the transfusion. Because they don't have any A antigens, they have A antibodies. So A blood is out. Because they don't have B antigens, they have anti-B antibodies. Those antibodies would attack these antigens. Same with the AB blood type. So this person can get the same blood as they have. They can also get the blood here with O negative because there's no antigens to attack. Okay. We'll do one more here. See what this gentleman's blood type turns out to be. And so again, we see no agglutination in any of the test tubes. We see no combinations of antibodies and antigens. So this person is again O negative. Okay. So your turn to go through this game and talk your way through, again, using antigens and antibodies in your discussion.